Limington Board of Appeals will come to order. This is November the 10th, 2025, and the applicant is Sandra and David Vecto, requesting a 20-foot road frontage variance for map R16 lot 48. We have a quorum. We have to have at least 3 out of the 5. We have 3 here tonight. And so with that, and they have standing because they own the property. And so with that, I'll let you present your case. Okay?
Well, I don't know how much of a case I have. The biggest thing is that we had, the 30-foot has been there for, this property has been in our family between my dad's grandmother, so my great-grandmother. It's been in our family for well over 100 years, and it's always been the 30 feet. It was I looked back in the, all the way back to 1886, I think is when it was, a land was given or sold to Lord, I think was the last name, that it ended up going to the 30 feet when they did that. So it has always been that. I believe, like my dad said, they used to at least make sure that they had property that they could get in through from the road to get down to the river. You know, that they would always make sure they did that. At that time, they were doing the logging on down the river and doing that right there, so. But it's always been that 30 feet.
So this lot that you have here, how
Yes.
big is that lot? Is that
3.4 acres.
Okay. And so did that lot, so this lot, this 3.4 acres, you carved out of the bigger piece though, right?
Yes.
This summer, is that right?
That was something, yes, my mom and dad, they gave
Okay,
us the land to be able to do that.
yeah.
Out of 48, was it? Was 48 the mother lot?
Yeah, 48's the mother lot of 23.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I think what you did when you did that, so you created a lot that's non-conforming. That is, doesn't have it doesn't have 300 foot of frontage.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah?
Out of that bigger piece, because there are portions of that 48 that do have 300 foot of frontage. You've got 776 feet of frontage. See, so
736. Yeah.
736. So when you carved that lot out,
Mm-hmm.
you made a lot that was non-conforming to the ordinance.
Hmm.
Now, this, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was this lot ever, sometimes people have different lots, and for tax purposes, they combine them together and they show them all as one lot on the tax records. Was this lot ever a standalone lot, even like in the 1800s or the 1900s or anything prior to the 1983 ordinance?
This 3.4 acres?
Yes,
No. That was all part of,
the big piece.
that was all part of that.
Yeah.
And see,
They drew a line right here.
So this just happened.
This just happened this summer.
It did.
Right.
Yes, it did.
So the tax maps have been updated.
Well, I'm not sure the tax man.
No, we drew them on.
Yeah, they drew that line.
We
But
drew
that's
it
a
on so you could see it.
Yeah, that's a reflection of what they did.
So it doesn't have a lot number?
Right. It does not. It won't
Yeah.
till next year.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
So the other part of the property that they have that's on Route 11,
Yes.
part of it is theirs,
Yeah.
their frontage on at their house.
Right.
The other part of it, you're familiar with the area, know the hill. I mean,
Somewhat, yeah. That's what
There's
the
that
hill
big
is.
hill, it's like you wouldn't want to come out onto that hill. There's no way.
That's the corner. As you go down.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, there's a little slight turn and it goes down over that hill.
right. And there isn't 300 feet between what is now our house where we live now, where we currently live, to their house, and to have them still have 300 feet.
So, let's see now. So which lot do you live on? You're resident?
We are, what's the number? Wait a minute, I'll get it to you.
47.
I think it is 47.
Okay.
There's only one house on 48, right?
And
Yes.
there is a house on 48. The rest of the mother lot, we'll call it.
Yes,
Yeah. And where's that house located roughly?
from us.
Yeah, from you.
That's my mom and dad, right here,
Yeah.
Gerald and Margaret. They are next door to me right now, just, but this way,
Right,
towards this, yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So they're on that,
Just as, at the bottom of the hill.
yeah, so they're on one side of the 736 feet.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So your intent is to,
Was
if you can,
to build
To sell
way
your-
back in the, yes, so,
sell your 47?
Yes.
lot 47?
and build way back in the field.
What do you have for frontage at 47?
200 feet.
200.
I think they
Mm-hmm.
50 feet.
Yeah. Bring the driveway through
If
there.
the house, if,
Yeah, it says on the town map 50 feet,
Yeah,
which the surveyor, when he surveyed their land back a while ago, and came up with more than the 30 feet that it says in the deed. It says 30, but it did come up with more than the 30 feet. Like, it was more, it was close to 50. I don't think it was quite 50, but it was 47, maybe 47 or 48 feet that is actually there,
so it's,
even though,
beyond this, right?
and it's not 30, it's,
that's what the surveyor said.
oh, okay.
It says to a point, so there's, oh no.
I think it says 30.08.
See 30.08.
Yeah, there's nothing that says that, because he just, I don't, can you explain that, Dad? About what the surveyor said about that?
Well, he said, I think it was 10 point something feet between B and where the Libby's lot is now.
Where they are now.
It was on either one of my deeds.
Yeah, it wasn't on, it come up, there's more land there than, doesn't go to either.
So there's nobody, yeah. There'd have to be some agreement between the two
Right.
parties. Now we get you to 40, still not 50.
Yeah.
And 50 requires a right of way, or private drive? Well, it's a private way, yeah.
It's like what
You
we,
still don't have
it's
what?
like what we did at the Tiedemann Farm. You know, they had insufficient frontage, and so the only way to solve that problem is to put in a right-of-way, private way, a 50-foot, build a driveway within that
Right.
to the specs of the town.
Yeah, can it be a driveway?
Well, it serves as a driveway, and they come in that, and then they peel off to wherever the house is going. But,
Oh, you have to build it for 300 feet. let's say.
yeah,
Whatever the frontage requirement.
the frontage requirement is. And out there, the frontage requirement, I'm pretty sure is 300 feet, and you have to have 120,000 square feet. So, I think one way of solving it, I think, is, and I don't know if there's enough room between your lot and their house, your parents' house, to have a paper right-of-way up through the lot and have a driveway that goes in through, and so that you create a 300-foot strip that allows you to meet the ordinance.
Wow, that's a long driveway, wouldn't it?
Well, the thing is,
To go from there.
well, the
Do
thing
you
is,
have to build it? You wouldn't have to build it. Or no? Just
And
you
you'd
do
have
a
to
paper?
What's
I
that?
think they have to build it.
You need your frontage.
Yeah, you have to build it, I think.
There's also a brook to cross, so you'd have to build a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think what you're saying, Ken, is you could build that right away to nowhere. And then could you put in a driveway at the 30 foot?
I think you could, but you'd have to build the road,
Right.
which it seems counterintuitive.
Does.
Well, this says this property has had the 30-foot road frontage for over 100 years, but this property has had 736 feet plus 30 feet.
It has, that's right, yeah.
So this property has not had that kind of road frontage for over 100 years.
Right. That's why I was wondering if there was ever a time when they kind of combined deeds where this was,
Separate
a
lot.
portion of it was a separate lot.
Wish I could say yes, but I can't. Because all of those other properties
Yeah.
came from this, came out of this piece.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's on 46? Who's next door to you?
James and Melissa Libby.
Oh, okay.
Because if you only need 10 feet, I wonder if they could sell 10 feet.
Well, they can't make their lot non-conforming.
Right, because that's what it would do to them.
Okay.
They have just 200 feet now, so.
Yeah, 240.
Anything built on 45,
That's that little tiny piece.
yeah, Kyle Burrow.
And there's nothing there. And I've tried to get in touch with them, and I started a conversation with her, and now that she doesn't answer the phone anymore, so I'm not really sure. She's elderly, and I'm really not sure what's going on, but
Yeah.
I know they keep paying their taxes and stuff, but it's just that little
There's no building on it?
80, no. The town burnt that a long time ago. They gave it to they let the town go ahead and use it for the fire department, yeah, for practice. It was old. It was the old Advent chapel.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Oh, it was a church?
at one time, that's what it was built for, that's what it was used for.
That explains why it's so small.
Yes, just that little tiny little piece, yeah.
Cemetery there?
There is no cemetery.
It's a shame that she couldn't get the people on 45, but she did try.
I've tried, I even wrote a letter, I tried everything.
It's an elderly woman in Westford.
Yep.
But you still wouldn't have the frontage.
I think she did.
It'd be 80, it would be 30, and then the
Oh, you
80,
could do the- you could do
82 and a half feet is what they have on the frontage,
You could do
so,
you could do the private way.
yeah.
But, yeah,
Yeah.
you could do the private way, yeah. Because they want to build way back here anyway.
Yeah,
you
it's gonna
know,
be bad.
So you just bring the private way, you know, and you're gonna bring the driveway in the middle of it.
Did James Libby's lot come out of 48?
It came out of that at one time, yep, back when, it wasn't from, but it was from years ago, yes.
Yeah, Beverly
1.1
Perkins
all
lived
the way
there?
to
Yeah, they did.
43.
What's that?
And that's the two lots together.
Those were two lots that were put together, James
Oh,
James
40.
Libby. Those were two different lots.
Oh, is that right?
The Blacks is what owned them, and they put them together, and then they were 100 foot by 200 feet, so,
So they live on lot 47, right? You guys live on
Yes.
this lot.
Gerald and Margaret Worden,
48.
they had the big
Oh.
piece to begin with.
Oh, okay.
48.
So who lives on 47?
That's us.
That's you?
Mhm.
Okay, so you can, I don't know if there's a way of getting a right-of-way through their property.
They don't have enough frontage.
Well, if they can get
We
their
have 200
frontage off the right-of-way.
Yeah, build a private way for both lots.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would depend on a lot of things, where the house is in relation to the lot lines, where the septic is, where the well is, you know, stuff like that.
I mean, you have both of these. I don't know where the brook is.
But
Makes me find out where the brook is.
I don't see it on the map.
What's the,
Sandra, do you know how far it is from the edge of your lot, 47, to your folks' driveway?
what's the address there, Bev?
Oh.
What's their-
I'd have to be guessing. Do you know what that is, Dave?
793 Secocas.
Just a guess.
How-
793.
How far is it from the edge of our lot to your driveway? It's not 300, I know it's not 300.
No driveway down to the lake.
To your driveway, not to the edge of their lot, but to their
Yeah, to the
driveway, yeah.
driveway.
That's a big
Yeah.
drive, yeah, I don't know.
About 250 feet.
About 250, yeah, probably, something around there, yeah.
We're trying to, wait a minute. Pull up the topo.
So that 30 feet, you can't make that, like you said, making it a private drive, you can't do that with the 30 feet? You couldn't make that a private drive and then come up and then we have the frontage?
I think it needs to be 50,
under the ordinance now, it has to be 50, as far as I know. Now, there was a person, and I'm pretty sure this is right, when Freeman Abbott lived over on the Hanson School Road, his son built him back.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure, at that time, the ordinance allowed just a 30-foot wide strip.
yeah.
And he
That's-
put his driveway in through, and that was all legal.
I was told that it used to be 30 feet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's why I was wondering if this was grandfathered at being the 30 feet, because it's been that for so long.
well, that's a good question. You see, it's, what it boils down to is, if you had something that was legal, and then the ordinance changed, and all of a sudden it made it illegal or non-conforming, you're in good standing to get a variance. But if you have a situation where the ordinance has already changed, say it's gone from 30 to 50, and then you create a law.
Because we created that.
See, the ordinance predates your division,
Yeah,
and that's a problem for you. see?
I see what you're saying with that, yeah.
It's a problem.
I wonder, I don't know what your plans are for the rest of lot 48,
Yeah.
but you could take frontage that's not usable, it sounds like, if it's truly not usable,
Hey, Ruth. That's okay.
you could take frontage somehow here and connect it to over here, but use this as a driveway. Use a 30-foot as a driveway.
Yeah.
You'd end up with a big lot, and it'll be a big U-shaped lot, and it has to be connected.
Yeah. You could.
But if this is not buildable, what does it matter?
Strategies, as long as it's 30 feet.
Yeah.
If that hill is not buildable and DOT wouldn't give you a driveway permit, then,
So they're looking at options
Right.
for her.
you know, then who cares if this lot is no longer 3 acres,
Because
it's
the code changed.
12 acres.
I had the 30 feet, but it was
Who is in lot 48.1? Do you have your map?
I have no,
Is that,
I only go to 48 for a butter. Can you tell by
That's
looking at the
47,
yeah, there's a house here on
Who's-
45.
Who's just before your folks'
Before
lot?
the hill, or just on top of the hill.
Oh, that's my brother Jerry. We're all family over there.
all right.
So that's him, he's up on top, that's on top of the hill.
All right, so immediate beyond his house, the road dips down. and-
Yes, goes down and turns, yeah.
Turns a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah,
Like if that, I mean, if that lot is not really usable,
right,
you could take the frontage there,
yeah. You
and
could
somehow
go,
connect it.
you could go something like this, and then somehow connect it over here. You would get, all the frontage would be going with the,
on the river.
that would be going with that lot.
But that's,
Or,
that may be the only way to do it.
yeah, that's right.
I don't understand where you're saying for it to come in.
Yeah,
So you have frontage for 2 lots, let's say, you have 736 feet. And I know there's a house on the side closest to this lot.
Mm-hmm.
But the other side, if you went around, you know, your parents' lot, the other side could be your frontage. And then you can use the driveway in the 30-foot driveway. Assuming you don't have to.
So you could just say that but still use that as the driveway.
Yeah, you need frontage of 300 feet somehow.
yeah.
And if you can't get it because of the 30-foot is too narrow, then you can get 300 feet of frontage, I'm assuming, on Route 11. And then you'd end up with all of the river, right, all the riverfront.
Well, we don't want to do that. Yeah.
That's the only way you get 2 lots out of
That's-
this lot.
yeah.
Without a private way, you know, without building a private way, 300 feet deep, between lot 47 and lot 48 probably.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of field, so, I don't know where the brook is.
Yeah, where is the brook, in relation to your house?
Right kind of on our property line of ours and my mom and dad's.
Okay, so
There's a brook that runs, it goes across the road right there, and then it goes right
And then
across.
it goes, and it heads down to the river, right?
Heads down into their pond, goes right into their pond.
Oh, it does?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, then it goes to the river, yep.
Yeah.
That must be in, okay, it's in the woods.
Yeah, there's a pond.
They clearly have 300 feet against lot 43. 254 feet next to lot 44, plus, I don't know how wide lot, but that is not on the road, but that's where the driveway could go, because they're putting their house at the rear of the lot. It certainly would be more than 300 feet to where they're locating their house.
Yeah. Hey, Beth,
You need 300 feet on a
is this the ordinance?
public or private road. Either Route 11 or you have to build a private road. So if you can't build a private road,
We gotta build a driveway to get in there.
yeah,
We have to build access to get in there.
but the private road is supposed to be 50 feet. It sounds like.
I think.
Oh,
I'm not sure
really?
of that.
50
I'd like
feet?
to look that up if we could.
There's a lot of roads in Limington that aren't 50 feet.
Well, all of our Big Bucket Lake Road.
It's the entire lake.
But that's all grandfathered, old, you know.
We don't
The
have.
problem is this lot's being created in 2025.
Yeah,
So you gotta follow the ordinance from 2025.
yeah, that's the tricky part, isn't it?
I don't know, maybe you can find it, but, there's, yeah, this is problematic. I mean, I'm pretty sure that under the ordinance now, it's 50 feet because, we had an appeal on the Tiedemann Farm, last spring.
Yeah,
I'm losing, time here, but, and they didn't have enough frontage to carve off 2 lots. They were short by about 25 or 30 feet. And the only way they could do it is to put a paper right-of-way in that's 50 feet wide, and then have their driveway in the middle of that 50-foot wide strip of land that they're calling a road.
you can call it a road, but you don't actually have to make it a road?
You have to build it to the standards of a road for the town road standards. So it has to be a certain width. And it has to be in a 50-foot wide strip of land. That's the key here.
Yeah.
Because if it was only 30 feet, you could do it right up through where you have it, see?
Right, right.
I mean, is it under this?
I don't know.
You know, the dimension? I don't know if that's where the frontage is. Shoreline zone. Sticking under here. District. I don't know this ordinance well enough.
I don't either.
Go find it.
Yeah.
Sandra, did you seek advice from
Oh.
the
20-foot variance.
code enforcement officer before this lot was created?
Not before it was, no,
Pretty sure.
Craig
Uh,
said it has to be 50.
Yeah, that's to build a
no. Did I talk?
private
I told him we were in the process of doing it, yeah, so I hadn't been all done yet.
Bill, you need cuts from.
He thought we were okay because on the town lot it says 50 feet. That's what it says on the town map, that there is, the town map says there is 50 feet there.
Somebody drawn in 50 with an arrow.
Yeah, it's been like that for a long time on there.
So somebody did some creative
They'd
work.
have to cross.
Well, tax maps are always horrible.
And so he thought it was okay at first, and then I came to him and told him, according to the deed, it is not. So I wanted to be sure it was right first, so, yeah.
Well, we appreciate your integrity.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to get into something and then find out you can't do it, so, yeah.
And so, standing in the road, looking at your house and your lot, the stream is on the right boundary,
Yes,
and it flows over and goes down into the pond back
yes,
there, right?
yes, it
And then
does.
From the pond, where does it go?
Down to the river,
It does? There's an outlet to the river, okay.
yes.
See, here's a pond here. must come in here and go in and then go out. So you'd have to cross the stream if you did something along the right-hand boundary of your lot.
And you'd also have to go all the way down, if we're gonna sell our property,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to go down into a bog, down around, it's down over a hill and through a bog to come back around.
Oh, my.
It would be, yeah, it wouldn't be doable.
You could do a right-of-way, well, you were saying you could potentially do a right-of-way on lot 47. Obviously, if they had frontage,
48 to me.
Yeah,
What about,
okay,
and then get 300.
what about on your left-hand boundary?
mm-hmm,
On your left-hand,
on my left,
is putting like a 50-foot wide right-of-way. That way you wouldn't have to cross the stream
right?
to get in back there.
So before we sell our property, we could put that in there and,
That could be your driveway,
Yeah, and then,
Or-
you see, if you have, and you might say, well, that's gonna make my lot, that only has 200 foot of frontage on Route 11, have only 150. But you can, that would be legal, because you could have frontage off your new right-of-way for your lot.
what if our I'm not sure if our garage is right there.
Yeah, that's the trouble, that's the key.
that's the Tiedemann trouble too.
Mm.
They had to tear down the one they had to tear down a house, but then there was a
Yeah.
garage in the way, there was a barn still in
Yeah.
the way.
So, you see, it depends on where the buildings are, where the
Yep.
septics are, and all those kinds of things.
Right.
Before you could say whether that's a feasible way of doing it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you want to sell your land and build a house
And
right there?
and build there, yeah. Yeah,
Well.
That's not a grandfather lot.
Hey, Ruth, are you up to speed on this, or what we're thinking here?
Am I,
Yeah. Do you see what we're doing here?
yes,
So this
Okay.
lot was just created this year.
yes. Is there any possibility of 40 buying property out of 48?
Well, we just talked about that, and apparently there's a stream there,
Yeah.
and then you have to cross the stream, and then it goes downhill into probably some wetlands and whatnot, so it's not apparently not very desirable.
Yeah.
And does that pond set on part of what you're gonna, of that lot?
no, that's right behind their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe this pond is not the same pond.
45 to me is,
You want me to show you on this map,
Yeah,
how
maybe.
everything,
Yeah.
whoops.
This is the survey part,
Yeah.
and this is where, here's the pond here. This is our property, and this is my mom and dad's.
He didn't show the stream, though, did he?
Because that comes, it crosses the road right here,
Right.
and goes right over, comes down, it goes over here, to the pond, and then down to the river.
Oh, is that right? That's where it goes?
So a stream crossing isn't too bad, depends
No.
on how wet it is.
Yeah, that's right. See,
That's a permit by rule, that's pretty straightforward. But it depends on how much wetland to get through.
yeah, so, this is,
You got a question?
sure,
Possible for us to give them a right of way on 30-foot stretch
yeah.
into the back of the Libby lot, and then they put their 50-foot driveway in from there.
Well,
There's a Libby lot.
You'd
This
already
is-
given us the land,
this is the
so-
Libby lot, apparently.
Is that what you mean, that part that we're talking about right now, that 30 feet?
Yeah, if I didn't, that's already on there.
It's already in our name, so, yeah, it's already been done.
So, I'm just gonna do this lightly in pencil, but to have, what's the scale of this thing? Let's do 100. 100. Okay, so you have this half an inch, what's it, 50 feet. So you have this come up through here. And within that 50-foot strip, you put your driveway, okay? And then you go over here to where your house is gonna be. And apparently the stream is, yes, you would have to cross the stream. that's not the end of the earth, but you could do that. And, because the stream is running this way, right? Down over here to the pond. Okay,
But when you get about here,
yeah,
you're going down a hill,
yeah.
and it's all bog right there,
There's significant wet.
Yeah.
So where were you gonna put the house?
over here, right up on top of the hill.
Right up in here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, and these pins and stuff are down in the bog, pretty much?
One of them is, yes. That one, this is in the field.
Okay.
This is field here, and that is in the.
This helps,
Yeah, it
this is the tax map.
So what she's saying is that this one here is down,
That's why it's
So-
all woods, right? That's why it's swamps all.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Field, you wanna be in the field.
so let me ask you this. I know you're not a wetland scientist, but is this valley wet right along here? No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's all nice and dry. It's up high.
Yeah.
And then it goes down.
So they'd probably still be under 4,300 square feet for doing a driveway, even though they had to cross a little, like, wet area down in here.
Yeah. I mean, to get around it.
Yes.
Well, potentially you could do a right of way through here. It doesn't affect this lot,
Well, you see,
in theory.
in theory, they don't have to bring their right
Or
of
an
way.
easement.
They don't have to do it to here.
But, right, this is all woods back here that
Yeah.
they don't necessarily need.
Yeah,
They
that's
can put
right.
an easement through here,
Yeah, they
just
could.
for access and power, whatever needs to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, to come over here, yeah.
The lot's not 6 acres anyway, right? 1.8 acres, so. It's not gonna be there's not gonna be two houses here anyway.
Right. And they could, by putting an easement, it doesn't diminish your square footage.
No, right.
Yeah.
And if you don't need that as the right of way, you can end the right of way here, and you just put an easement for a driveway.
Right. So,
So
so
you,
this is the part where you'd have to build it to town specs, is the first 300 feet. I
you
believe.
could just dead end, it doesn't have.
No, from that point on.
And then I put your driveway through it,
Yeah,
ideally.
yeah, you just do your driveway through it. Either loop around this iron pin, or
Give
when you
yourself
come
an
up,
easement.
or just do an easement through here that's maybe 20 feet wide, or just a driveway easement, and going over here to where your house is going. In the end, you may not have any longer driveway than if you came in this way anyway. See, I mean, they're not too far a difference. Yeah.
The only thing is maybe that is more field.
But is the sight distance here pretty good? I mean, as far as getting out at the road?
Yes, it is, yeah. Because it is here, from here all the way through.
I don't know if you
This is
wanna
when it
see-
first starts getting, I mean, you can see good
Yes.
getting out of their driveway.
This
but
is the
from
tax
here
map
it's
with an
where-
aerial photo.
Sure,
drawing it.
sure, sure. Yeah.
So talking about putting in
So
the
if
right
you're
of
doing
way
300
right
foot,
here,
there has to be
then either
town
going around the corner or
standards.
going through the back of her
Then
lot.
after that, you can do
Or
what
house
you
right
want to
next
get
field.
in there, right? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if we can
Then
say
that the
that
rest of it's up to you.
acquiring that lot would solve the problem,
For sure.
Yeah.
and might be less expensive.
And that's also 50 foot.
Yeah, if
Oh,
it's easier to
so
get
So
through
you know,
because
and
it's
you have to
mostly
use
field.
that as a driveway.
I mean, there's some
I
woods
still
there, but
can't
maybe it's old
get
field.
so far,
Yeah.
but then use this over here.
Oh,
Get a
it's
big
gonna be
driveway
300
anyway.
foot long,
Yeah.
but 50
Well,
foot
And
wide.
you could
is that
build a
what you're
private
saying?
way.
300 feet
Well,
for
you gotta
50
acquire
foot.
on top of that, maybe
You'd-
more.
The trouble is, that you'd have to
No,
actually
it's
get all
nothing
the
but a-
gravel
an old
and
church
and build this.
The town
So
burned down many
you
years
might as well
ago.
keep going
But
and
you
go over
can't,
to the house.
Can't get a hold of
can't get a
it.
hold of the lady anymore. They
It
were
would
talking
depend
about
on,
now the older lady, she doesn't know what's going on.
I guess it would
might
depend
not
on
be able to
how
talk to her.
nasty this
Yeah.
is, getting through the woods here or
Not
whatever,
doing it,
or
sick
going
or who
around
knows.
Yeah. But somebody must have what she
So,
said.
Somebody must be
yeah.
a guardian.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, in time, in time it might
We
be.
gotta go
a-
find the
Wait a
lady
minute.
and
Wait
let
a
her
minute.
get away.
What's this
Go
note?
off on the building.
I would.
I wonder if she's in a nursing home or something.
I'd go off on her. Let's do that Saturday. Yes.
So,
No, that would solve the problem, if you can get 45.
Yeah, we want you to get 45.
so apparently,
I told her I'd go with her Saturday.
apparently your well is in there, right? In that, just over the line,
And
right?
we have a,
See, they have a well, right?
we do, and that's, we've just gone and got, we now have an they've given an easement, a 50 foot,
Yeah.
for us to be able to use it, so we have it. but
To get
for
to the well.
So that whoever buys this right now can use that to
Yeah.
get to the well.
And they could,
To service the
and
well.
you could transfer that, when you, if you did sell, you could transfer that to, in the deed. And,
Well, you could just give them access.
Right.
Or, well access on your road, your private way.
right. Where's the water, the water line must come right in like this over here to the house, right?
It does. Yeah, when we put it in, because they didn't care, they said, let's
Sure.
just, it's wherever the water is. Let
Yeah,
them
that's
do it.
right.
And that's what they did, so
Yeah.
it's like now.
So they'd have to go around it,
Yeah.
ideally, or maybe you could go over it if the well's deep.
Is it a dug well?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a dug well.
If the line is deep, you can go over it, but if it's shallow.
Sounds like the area is wet.
I don't know if that's 300 feet from the road or
Down,
not.
down there it is.
See, it's,
Down where
this
we're
is,
going.
oh,
The rest of
this
it's
is
all
almost
flat and
the
dry.
300.
Yep.
It's a hill.
And then
I
when
mean,
you.
there's 200 about. No, yeah, that's over 200.
Ken,
Yes,
being a pragmatist here,
yeah,
okay? If you look at option A and option B,
right,
you're talking about option A, which is going through the family property
yeah,
and building the road.
yeah,
Option B is acquiring that other lot.
right,
When you do the numbers, it might be just as cheap to go through their property with the road than acquiring 45 and then building the private drive.
right,
Is that what you're thinking?
yes.
Yep.
But 45 isn't really buildable, right?
You're only looking for
Could it be
50
buildable?
feet.
I don't
You're
know.
only looking for the 50 feet by buying
Yeah,
45.
you just need the footage.
Right.
Right?
But is 45 big enough to put a house on,
I don't think it's,
His grandfather.
It's 82 and a half by 99.
that's a, that's
I don't
a,
think they put a septic and a well with.
you probably could, but,
It'd be a variance.
yeah,
But you can't get 100, you couldn't really get 100 feet across diagonal.
well, yeah, but you can do a casing in a well.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of things and shrink that
So that
down.
could be buildable.
But you couldn't put the house on the.
No,
That's what you're saying.
no. But I'm just saying for the people selling it,
Yeah.
if it's built, if you can put a tiny home or a cabin on
Oh,
it,
it didn't whisper.
then
What's
it's
that
worth
name?
something.
I see.
Oh, I got it on the
If it's
thing.
not buildable, assuming it's
Burl.
not swamp.
Ellen Burrow.
Right,
Yeah.
and he's dead, Carl.
He died, Carl died.
So-
And that's, I'm thinking that's why she's holding on to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The thing is, when somebody goes into a nursing home, sometimes the property gets attached. It's even more difficult to deal
Yes.
with.
So,
You know, if that's happened, hopefully it
Yeah, I
hasn't.
don't believe, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you would just need that
See-
for the land. You wouldn't need to build
Yep.
on it.
See,
I'm
this,
saying with
see,
an
this
house,
well
valuable.
is, see, this well is, well, it's just about 25 feet.
Right.
But you could have it in the right of way, and you could just have your driveway go past it,
Yeah, or just before it.
or just
You're
before
thinking
it.
that, yeah, because it's close to 300.
Yeah,
So
it's
you'd
not
have to-
quite 300, because this is 402, and see, and this is 188 plus 30, so that's only, it's,
210.
yeah. That well is probably 270, 260 from the road.
So you have to put a right of way over the well.
It would be in the right of way, but you could have the traveled way go around that
Around it.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of it.
Yeah. Especially in light that, you know, your parents still own the whole big piece there, you can stir around wherever you wanted to go.
Yeah, so you couldn't probably get 300 or 300. Just, maybe you could do 300. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where this 467 goes to. Go all the way to here.
Go all the way to here. Yeah.
And then 300 might be tight.
And they don't have 300, right?
Well, there we get the rest of it.
Yeah.
200 plus 167.
But another thing, if there was a case of worrying about getting another lot there, again, they can get their frontage off that right of way.
You can get two lots.
Yeah,
This way and that.
Down that way.
and that way,
Yeah, your lot would be on frontage on this.
yeah.
Well, actually, you don't need to, because you've already got, you've got the grandfather.
See, I think so this is the lot line, I think the right of way has to be off the line a bit here, so that they get frontage here, see what I'm saying? They get their frontage. Because if it goes straight to the lot line, they don't own it.
Then the frontage is on the other side?
Yes. So if you hang the right-of-way off the lot line a bit, you get frontage
10 feet,
here,
5 feet.
and then you get frontage over here for another lot in the future if they wanted to do it.
And this doesn't have to be any certain width, it could be 10 feet, 5 feet, whatever. Right, this little right away.
It wouldn't be a right-of-way, it would be just land that they own.
Right.
But what it
Not a
would do,
spaghetti- There's no spaghetti lot.
it would
clause.
connect it to this. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how narrow it is.
No, it doesn't matter how narrow, it could be 2 feet, or a foot, 6 inches, or whatever, just so that it can. Yeah, so it would connect, but then you'd have a 50-foot right-of-way.
Right, so that would be your land, it wouldn't touch, your current property wouldn't touch that. It would be 10 feet, 5 feet, 3 feet. That goes with this right.
I thought you said it had to be conforming to the town.
Okay, so here's your lot,
The 300-foot right-of-way becomes your
here's your lot,
frontage.
and here's the street, okay? Now, we're talking about putting a 50-foot right-of-way up across there, okay? So if we just put a 50-foot right-of-way up here,
I see.
and then end it, the only frontage you have on this is the end and on this side.
Yeah.
Or you don't even have that
No.
side, depending on where your lot line is. So, the alternative to that is this, is that to
I mean, you could,
bring this off the lot line like 5 feet, okay? And has your 50-foot right-of-way, and then now this connects to your lot over there. So now you have frontage all the way down here, 300 feet.
this is the way, we're talking like surveyors right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We both know a little bit about survey.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if this didn't need frontage because they got 300 feet on the road,
Yeah.
you do the same thing over here.
Well, you see, they're gonna have, 70 plus 200 is 270.
Yeah, it's 735, don't
Yeah, 735. There's over, and even, there's over 2 lots there, even taking out a 50-foot right-of-way.
Yeah, that still leaves 48 with only two lots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
300 plus 130.
So it wouldn't jeopardize it that way. So, I don't know. I don't know of any other way you could do this, other than that.
Show Mark and
Yeah.
Ruth that.
This one?
Yeah, that one there.
Or that one?
So, yeah, show them this one. They need to see it. Wow.
So that's, you can see there's a well right here, this triangle.
Okay,
So we're talking about, this is
this is their lot,
Sandra's lot.
right?
They could put in a 300-foot by 50-foot
We ain't going
right
across
of
the
way.
bog.
Keep
We
10
ain't going
feet
across
aside.
that bog.
Yeah,
on this
right
side.
here.
No,
Yeah,
no. This
Keep-
is
so they don't,
Gerald Ward, isn't this,
this is this,
That's
is
Susan.
it this side of the line or that side of the line?
This
this
side.
side.
This is the parents' lot.
Oh, okay.
So they can do whatever they need to.
So you're not talking about 300 feet, you're only talking about 50 feet.
50 feet wide,
Yeah.
300 feet long, and then, see these dashes?
Yeah.
That becomes the 300 feet of frontage to serve this lot.
But that's against, that's not against the roadway,
This is the new roadway, private lane, Fecto Lane or whatever,
so the private lane passes for
frontage.
frontage.
Yep.
Now, this is what we did in Tiedemann.
Yeah, that's why we build private ways.
You guys,
Tiedemann never did it, but.
they didn't do it, they
They
just
sold it.
sold. Probably these people would say, "Ugh." Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look
Now
like
he's,
it's too
now he's
hateful,
sold
but they gotta get,
campground.
it's gonna become their driveway,
The farm,
which
Yeah, and
probably work.
then you can cut,
the other
it's
part's
cleaner to,
the house,
you
Rachel.
just have to build this, but then you can cut across this property, just give yourself an easement, because you own it.
Yeah,
And then you
You
just.
can sell that with an easement, it's not gonna hurt the property, because it's not even, it's only 2 acres, less than 2 acres.
Yeah,
Just because there's a driveway here, doesn't hurt.
Be careful what we say.
You should not change the value of this.
Okay.
This is one of Ken's specialties.
This is a Ken special.
Surveyors work in geometry all day, this is kind of what,
Yeah,
what I deal with at work too.
yeah, I bet, absolutely.
Well, to me, I would think buying Burl's lot was that thing.
Yeah.
I would think that
It probably is.
I agree.
I agree. If you can get that.
That was gonna take Beverly, we're gonna.
I'm gonna go knock on her door. I looked it up on the map.
I looked to see where she was, yeah.
Wouldn't it be appropriate if you had a friend who was an attorney do that contacting for you?
I think, my view is an attorney would scare them.
Probably.
These two aren't, they're not gonna be scary.
We'll bring like a lunch or something to them.
Box of chocolates, flowers, and
Yeah, and they'd have to buy the whole thing, because you can't just take 10 feet or 20 feet,
No,
Right.
because it's a non-conforming lot. And you can't do an easement,
see,
I mean, that lot's not really built.
I'm not sure that lot is actually built, because when Bob Davis, their house burned on 25, or they burned it, I guess, is that, do I have that right? But it burned, right? They didn't do anything for, and that was a non-conforming lot. It was 100 by 100. And after a certain amount of time,
Never been built on.
they lost the right to build on it,
Correct.
build a house on it.
That's what I thought happened, that's what I thought would happen. is
Yes,
that you can't
and so,
apply.
see, since this is gone, and you haven't rebuilt in, I think it's like 24 months or 12 months, or whatever the ordinance says,
But even as a grandfathered lot, you couldn't apply for a variance through the appeals or planning board?
well,
I don't know.
you might.
I mean, it's an uphill battle, sure.
That you might, and that but straight out of the gun, I'm not sure it's a buildable lot. If somebody went into Craig and said, I want to build on this lot, I don't think they could build on it, because it's been, the building has been gone for over 24 months, or whatever the ordinance says about that, it's 12 months or 24 months. But I remember,
Then it just becomes a vacant lot, right?
but they lost their right to build on that lot.
But isn't that why Jamie Bickford put that foundation on that lot? So he didn't lose his grandfathering?
Well, I don't know
He
if that,
bought that.
yeah, but is that a house?
No, it's just the foundation for the house.
Yes, but you see, I don't think you might be able to have a garage there, whatever, but I don't think you can have a dwelling there. I'm not sure.
Even if you have owned it for 100 years, let's say?
Yeah,
I don't know, the original owner still owned it since before 1983 or whatever.
Do you
yeah.
know when Burroughs bought it?
Burroughs had that from, let's see, I had it down, when did they have that? When Burroughs bought it.
Couldn't you potentially ask for a waiver of the hardship through the appeals?
Bought it from.
I think you could always apply
1950s, it was in the 50s.
in the 50s.
So the zoning ordinance,
And then the town practiced on it and burned it down
In probably the 80s.
in the 80s. But you see, there's something in our ordinance that talks about these lots that are non-conforming, and if a house burns, my sister-in-law is going through it out on the island in the Casco Bay, that you lose you lose the right, the grandfathering part of it. Yeah.
does that mean you lose the right to be able to do anything on it in the future? Or if I can go through the appeals board, and again, I haven't sold it, I've owned it
Right.
since '50s.
Yeah.
And I can meet,
Sure, setbacks.
whatever setbacks you need,
Yeah.
side setbacks. Even if you put a camper on it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a seasonal,
Yeah.
Clifford Thomas, does that ring a bell?
Was that Clifford Thomas, yeah?
Yeah, he put up a place, because they told him if he didn't put something up by September 1 that summer, he couldn't ever. So he put that birdhouse up,
Right.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Where's that one?
Over at the lake,
On
just
Pequawket
past
Lake.
us.
Oh, okay.
the treehouse.
Yeah, the treehouse.
So, you see, what I'm saying is, I'm not sure that straight out of the gate, that's a buildable lot, and it may take some, it may be buildable, by people applying for variances and,
But it's
uh,
it's definitely not an easy.
it's not an
It's
easy.
not a. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not a typical Limington buildable lot.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay $85,000 for that lot.
right.
They have, well, they're being taxed at 65, and
Well, that's a
Is that a
minimum,
minimum?
yeah.
6,500?
65,000.
60,000 is the minimum.
That's what they're being taxed at.
They have.
And they keep paying, they're paying it, so it's not like they're not.
That's the minimum of any vacant lot is valuable at 60,000.
Well, that's considered a building lot, I guess,
So what's their annual tax bill on that? How many mills?
11.
11, so.
Well, if I was being taxed for it, I would wanna be able to go in and get a permit.
I know.
Yeah, if
So-
they're valuing that at 60, that's a building lot,
They-
right.
So they're paying
Well,
seven,
the first acre of
they're
the
paying $700 a year,
Oh,
700.
800 is like almost eight, I wanna say 848 or 8 something like, that's what they're paying.
Yeah, that sounds
That's what
about
they-
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that changes a lot of things I've just been saying, but,
But it doesn't mean the realtor can sell it for 60,000.
Right.
no, that's right.
Because it's so small, you
Yeah.
can't fit a regular house on it potentially.
Yeah.
It's like a camper lot, seasonal lot,
Yeah.
or a tiny home, or a small cabin.
Well,
10.
that would be, I think that's worth pursuing, okay? But if that doesn't work, there is another mechanism where you could do it.
Have you sent mail to that address?
I did.
And did it come back?
Nope, it never came back, but I never got a reply either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Craig sent it to us because you need 50 feet to build
Yeah.
a private way.
Yeah, he's saying that you didn't have 50 feet. And if you had 50 feet, so you could do what we're talking about doing here, right up through that strip for 300 feet, and you just change it off to.
Yeah, because no matter what, you have to build a drive, you have to build a private way.
Yeah.
You can't just build a driveway. Even if you had 50 feet of frontage.
Yeah.
If they want 60,000 for that lot, and you're gonna build a private way, a whole lot, I would think would be less than that, Mr. Soil Guy.
To build a private way depends on,
Yeah, you may be further ahead, because you gotta build something to your house, right, a road to your house. Yeah. I mean,
You could,
now, we shouldn't have a caveat, just because we said it doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Right.
Okay? Looking at options for you.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
it's almost like, yeah, 45 is the best way to go. And then, yeah.
Then they have.
Potentially, if you own 45, could you break off a lot out front? Probably not, because you don't have 6 acres. So you can do an ADU, that's about it.
That's a
Accessory dwelling unit, every lot in Maine now you can do a second
Oh, yeah.
dwelling unit, just can't be above 8, I think it's 800 square feet in Limington.
Yeah, Limington.
A lot of people are building in-law apartments or kid houses.
Limington's at 720 or something like that, isn't it? I don't think it's even quite 800.
I thought it was 800.
Maybe, yeah.
But that doesn't count hallways,
Oh, it doesn't?
closets, no, you end up with almost 1,000 square feet, which is pretty easy.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I mean, people are building ranches for,
Yeah.
you know, for under 1,000 right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Just
So
because-
Ken, are we saying that we don't have the authority to grant a variance under
Yeah.
our code?
Yeah, that's right.
The same as
Because-
even,
Again, if this lot had been carved out, say prior to 1983, when our ordinance was initiated, they would be eligible.
Okay.
Do you wanna go through these 4 things?
Well, yeah, we don't want to spend all night on it, but the essence is that we really can't help you out much, Sandy, okay? But this here is a mechanism where it could be done, and see that, and you could move it over sufficiently so that you miss your well. Where's that big map there again? So that you could miss the well. You know?
slide it to the,
Yeah.
slide a little further.
Yeah, slide it over enough just to miss the well. And then, you
Go right around it and either do an easement or
and
go
this,
around
and
the.
this area here between the right of way and the property line, is how it connects to this lot out here.
Maybe she might end up with a little more land, but no, I guess not, because it's gonna be cut across here
Actually
anyway.
comes right to that one,
Yeah.
that lot.
And it comes over here someplace like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's either an easement through the back corner.
And that's 300 and some feet, I think, going
This one?
across here.
Yeah. So, you know, instead of trying to build a road down around this pin, is that you could do
Across the corner.
just a
Wherever.
driveway easement through this corner, and then come out here and connect and go back up to the house.
Because the house is gonna be right here.
Right. Yeah, based on that, yeah.
Probably not really much different in
In
road
length. Yeah. This is all pretty heavily wooded in here, though, probably,
It
right?
is, it was all oaks up there, yeah.
Yeah. You're
But
definitely-
it's just a driveway, it's not
By
a
the
road
driveway.
that way.
Yeah.
You know a logger, though.
I do know that.
Well, get him out there.
Yeah, you can build a
He lives
driveway
across the
probably
street
no more
from
than
you.
50 feet or
Yeah, I mean,
whatever the driveway standard is.
I think the driveway standard is like 12 feet or something like that. You know, they want it wide enough for emergency vehicles,
Fire truck.
fire trucks, stuff like that, yeah.
If the landscape's not too
Right.
steep or anything, probably not much different cost-wise to build it.
No, you know, because if you take this distance and you take this distance, they're probably about the same. They're very close.
489 feet from here.
Up to
out
here,
To where the house would be.
489.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, well, this is 402, see,
Yeah.
and
then
so,
200,
yeah, this is a little longer.
It's longer.
Yeah.
But you, in theory, you could cut wherever you need to, you can cut off.
You could.
You don't have to go to the end of the road.
No, you
if
don't.
You don't want to.
Right.
End of the lot.
Yeah, that's right.
End of the 300, you can go 280,
Yeah.
260.
What you don't want to do, though, is get this driveway so close to the house
Yeah.
that it detracts from the house when you go to sell. Yeah.
In the woods might be better, because you might not be able to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Some people would mind it, some other person might, oh, no, that's a killer. You know, I can't have a driveway going through my back, you know, type of thing. So,
There's sufficient woods, I think.
yeah. Yeah, so if you went right through it like this,
Yep.
you wouldn't even see the driveway from the house.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute, so which one of these is your garage? So here's your house.
That's your house.
Well,
They're right
it's
there.
here.
So that would be tight if you tried to put in a road here.
Is that garage on a slab? Yeah, you can't really just move it.
It's attached to the house, too? Oh, no.
No, it's not.
But you need a
Well, I
setback.
think it's because we had to get a variance when we put the garage in,
Oh, yeah.
and I think at the time you had to be, I think you had to be 30.
Yeah, 30 feet, yeah.
30 feet now.
50, I don't
No,
remember what it
it's been
was.
30 for a long, long
Yeah.
A
time.
long time.
Isn't that
And we
right?
built that in 85.
And so,
So we had to get a variance from our neighbor, Everett Smith, that was there then, I don't know if you remember him, and he said, yeah, well, what you guys do?
yeah, so how far is the garage from the line?
It must be pretty close, must it?
Yeah,
25?
it's right in the middle of a right
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
No, that wouldn't work. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's either that, which might cost a little bit more, or if they would sell this for not a lot of money,
Right.
then that might be worth it.
Yeah.
And then this lot is just whatever you pay for is less expensive than building a road through here.
Yeah. You see, one thing you gotta keep in mind is that, you know, you're gonna have, an expense of a wider, whatever the town, ordinance requires for a road width in this 50-foot
On
right of
that one.
And you'd have to have that over here too.
Same thing, right.
Even if you get, you know, cause you're gonna have to have a 50-foot,
Private way.
yes.
Because we don't have 300 feet.
That's right. So either way, you're gonna have to do that much.
300-foot road.
So the real difference
For
is
how long?
for 300
Until you
feet.
get to the 300 feet.
Yeah,
Okay,
so, you see, and either way, you gotta do that much.
okay.
And then the extra is, this is a little longer going from here to the house than it would be, say, from here to the house. Yeah.
If
Plus you
they,
got the acquisition cost of the lot.
Yeah.
and if they only owned 50 feet, you have 50 by 300,
Yeah.
but you don't own the first 99, does that mean you have to go 399? Because you don't have frontage. Your frontage is the neighbor's lot, you know what I mean? You have to add the 99, because your frontage starts
Oh,
here.
yeah. Well, see, if she bought this, she would just create a 50
Just own
foot.
the whole thing.
Then
Yeah.
I would have over the 50 that.
Yeah, and that would,
That's right.
and it would be, she'd have the frontage.
Right. I mean, if someone
Yeah.
tried to give her 20 feet easement or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
you would need you know what I mean? You need
Yeah.
this strip of land, right?
Yeah.
You need this strip that gives you the
Right.
that gives you
Yeah.
frontage
That's
on
right.
land.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't have frontage on someone else, you know, up against this, so then you have to add 95 feet.
Sounds
Yeah.
like,
So
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Exactly.
almost a 400-foot road.
Yeah, that's right.
If you only had 50.
Yeah, that's right.
You'd have to buy that whole piece, which I'm sure you probably couldn't. Only take 10 feet anyway.
Right.
But either way, yeah, you gotta build the road either way.
Yeah. Okay.
But you probably knew that,
All right.
hopefully.
So formally, what we'll do is go through these four things and act on those. But the bottom line is that you got to do one of these two things in order to get this done. Okay? Very good. Boy, that's a nice map you got there. What's that say?
Butch, right? Yeah, Butch.
Butch. All right. Very good. Okay,
Thank you.
so let's go through those.
That's in your, should be in your,
Very good.
right, you got it.
All right. So the criteria for acting on having a positive result or a negative result of the request is these four criteria. The land in question cannot yield a reasonable return unless the variance is granted. I would say that that's true,
Yes,
right?
obvious.
Does everybody agree with that? And if those are all in favor of, that's a yes on number one. Number two, the need for a variance is due to the unique circumstances of the property and not to the general conditions of the neighborhood. So again, these lot lines have been laid out up until this new line years and years ago. So it's,
So we're just talking about lot 48 total?
yeah, we're talking about
We're talking about the new created
the
lot.
new created law. And so, the need for variance is due to the unique circumstances of the property and not to the general conditions of the neighborhood. So what do you think? Is that a yes or a no there?
Yes, if we're talking about the new non-conforming lot that was created. I'm not sure how that works.
Well, I think number 4 is the problem.
Yeah, and four is definitely a problem.
So I guess you could say,
I guess
yes.
I guess we could say yes on two.
That could go either way, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And so all those in favor are yes on that? So the positive yes. The granting of variance will not alter the essential character of the locality. I think that's a yes. I mean, this is residential. They're gonna be
Foreign.
residential, and it's nothing outstanding about any change in the essential character of the neighborhood,
Yes.
of the locality. So that would be yes.
Right.
All those in favor of yes? That's a positive. This is the cruncher. The hardship is not the result of an action taken by the appellant or the prior owner. See, it is the result of an action. So, because the lot was laid out in a non-conformity.
That'd
So
be a
has
no.
it actually been created?
Well, Have you registered a deed for this?
Yes, yes. You have it in your package, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder why the survey wasn't done that.
Well,
It's not follow, I mean, just not. No, reviewing the ordinance. I mean, typically my survey would make sure it's buildable. Not necessarily suitable for septic,
yeah,
which usually makes sense. They have to follow the ordinance standards.
yeah. So,
It's definitely a no.
it's definitely a
Yeah,
no.
it's a
Yeah, so all those are for a no, and it's a
Yeah.
no on that one, yeah. Okay, so, I think the only thing you can do is work on one of these two ways of doing it, okay? And, I can't think of any other advice to give you, other than what we've kind of penciled out here. And the surveyor of Butch might have some ideas about this too, that's way better than anything we've thought of tonight. But you need to get that 300 foot of frontage on a 50-foot wide right-of-way somehow, okay? And once you do that, you're golden, okay?
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck to you. So, we have any other business we have to do?
No.
We don't have to approve any minutes. right?
No.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
Even if they added lot 47 to lot 48, and this is 2 acres, they give them an acre somehow, that's not gonna change anything. It might allow them to move the right of way closer to the house. You
Good
know,
try.
All right.
Keep working
Okay.
at it.
I know,
Okay.
thank you.
'cause
Thank
you still
you
need,
for your time.
you still need to, yeah,
You're
you need to
welcome.
gain an acre somehow.
yeah, that's right.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just grandfathered, so leave it alone.
Yeah. See, the old ordinance was you had to have,
provide
but even
therapy.
before we,
It's nice
even
that we
before
provide
we had
therapy.
the E3 ordinance, we did have a minimum lot
Half an
size.
hour.
It was 200 by 400 before 1983. So you notice how this is a 200 by 400?
You might want to end the meeting.
So it's 2 acres.
Yeah, it was 80,000 square
You need
feet.
200 feet of frontage, now it's 300.
Yeah.
300 seems a little ridiculous.
Yeah, it does.
You might want to end the meeting.
Yeah, let's,
I move we
adjourn,
adjourn.
move to adjourn. All those in favor?